by India is extremely important regarding all these issues. And after our Action Summit 1 year ago, we follow up the conversation in order to have, to try to make sure that our countries benefit from the innovation, but to make sure as well that this innovation will be at the service of our common goods and our humanity. And I think it's as important as allowing the innovation to be part of our countries. I really believe that we have the same obsession both in India and France, I would say, and in Europe, which is that we don't want to be dependent on a totally US or a totally Chinese model, but we really believe that we need a broader one, and we want to be part of the solutions, and we want to have players being part of the solutions. So you perfectly described what is at stake. What we want to do is to make sure that we have the data centers and the computing capacities, that we train the talents in our countries, that we have all the capacities, and it's clearly about computing capacities, talents, and capital. Here are the three elements. And when I speak about computing capacities, it's about having affordable, or at least competitive, low-carbon energy in order to deliver this agenda. On this agenda, I really believe we have a lot of assets, and we are in the race. We are lagging behind both US and China, but we are in the race. Now the question is, on the downstream side, how to accelerate adoption. And you mentioned it, both of you. And adoption is critical. Why? Because it's how to make sure, sector by sector, with the right ethical approach, AI will be adopted and transform your productivity, will allow you to discover new disease, to completely change your energy model, to be much more productive. And this is one of the only way, clearly, to see the consequences of AI in the statistics, and to avoid a well-known paradox where AI can be seen as a wonderful innovation, but without a lot of impact. So adoption is absolutely critical. But when we speak about adoption, we speak about the speed, the depth of this adoption, but as well how the key players of each sector are familiar with AI in order to make it, to transform AI solutions and technological solutions at the service of their objective, and not something which will completely and just disrupt their approach. And this is exactly what we want to do, especially in the healthcare sector, and we will have the occasion a little bit later today to illustrate this transformation. It's true on space, it's true on energy, and so on. On the other side, you mentioned frugality. I think the way we want to be part of this race and this global competition is slightly different. When we speak about data, when we speak about energy, I think both India and France do consider that we can do it in a different way. The hyperscalers are organizing this approach. This is why when we speak about large language model, with Mistral AI, we adopted a much more frugal approach.